Hello and welcome to Thursday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we have got a beautiful looking puzzle to have a go at today called Coral Corridor by Sotehr. We've had a lot of recommendations to try this. And the thing that strikes me when I first see it is the symmetry. What do I mean by that? Well, imagine that the grid was on a piece of cardboard and that you poked a spindle through the very middle of row 5, column 5, then I think I'm right in saying that if you were to twist the puzzle around 180 degrees, everything would sort of map except the colours would change. So this sort of, what's that? That's the shape of that thing in Star Wars where the droids get captured. But that would then map to this, wouldn't it? This would change colour and map to that. And even the black dots map to each other but change colour. It's absolutely beautiful. But I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. It's got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty over on Logic Masters. And apparently it's a very clever puzzle, so I'm going to have to concentrate to solve it at all. But hopefully I'll be able to do it, and that would be great, because then this will become a video. But we'll read the rules, which are not complicated actually. I mean, you can probably guess them if you're familiar with region sum lines and rem bands, etc. But we'll read the rules together in a moment or two's time. Let me just look at my list of things to mention before we kick off today. I might do a poem as well. I have got one that got recommended. But, ZETAMATH. We have a brand new app from the great ZETAMATH, Puzzles by ZETAMATH. It's available on all the normal app purchasing things now, so that it's on Steam, it's on App Store, it's on Google Android, whatever that's called, Google Play maybe. So it's a whole series of puzzles by ZETAMATH, all linked together. So you have to get some digits from one puzzle, and then some of those digits pass over into the next puzzle, etc. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. So check it out. That is over. Well, it's available now. Also, we're just into June, and we've got our alien-themed Sudoku hunt. Not alien as in the film, but alien as in these US files that have just been declassified about the existence of aliens. We found some Sudoku-related material in there. That has formed the basis for our competition for the month of June. So if you'd like to win the chance to come onto the channel and solve a puzzle and appear in a video, do get involved in that. The closing date's the 20th, and the feedback so far on the puzzles has been lovely, so definitely worth checking out. Birthdays. Let's do birthdays first. Peter, it's your birthday, and I am not sure how old you are. I think you might be 60. If I've got that wrong, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I had to decipher a message in order to work out your age. I think it might be 60. But however old you are, many happy returns. I know you're a computer games programmer. And also, actually, you have a sort of sideline creating physical puzzles. I found your website here, Ludignum. But these are sort of handmade wooden puzzles. It's very beautiful. So I admire that greatly. And Peter, I hope you have a great birthday today. I'm not sure what cake is in store, but if it's chocolate cake, I hope obviously it's heavily iced. And also, Sophia, it's your birthday today. And I know this because your wife Susie wrote to me describing you as loving, kind and generous, and says that your wedding day was the best day of her life. I don't think you're planning chocolate cake today, but having sweet pastries with strawberries, I can just about get on board with that. But I'm told I also have to wish you a happy birthday from your pets, Fizz, Lumi and Minnie, the cats, Katie and Leo, the snakes, and Ronald the rabbit. So all the pets wish you happy birthday as well, Sophia, and I hope you have a great day. Now, I did mention a poem. Some of you, if you've been watching the channel for a while, will know I'm quite a big lover of poetry, and I get recommended poems by various social media things which have learnt I like poems all the time. But there was one that I liked by John Masefield that popped up called On Growing Old. And I thought I might just give you a quick read of it. It struck me as slightly poignant. So this is On Growing Old by John Masefield. Be with me, beauty, for the fire is dying. My dog and I are old, too old for roving. Man whose young passion sets the spindrift flying is soon too lame to march, too cold for loving. I take the book and gather to the fire, turning old yellow leaves. Minute by minute the clock ticks to my heart. A withered wire moves a thin ghost of music in the spinet. I cannot sail your seas, I cannot wander your cornland, nor your hill land, nor your valleys, ever again, nor share the battle yonder, where the young knight the broken squadron rallies. Only stay quiet, while my mind remembers the beauty of fire from the beauty of embers. Beauty have pity, for the strong have power, the rich their wealth, the beautiful their grace. Summer of man, its sunlight and its flower, springtime of man, all April in a face. Only, as in the jostling in the strand, where the mob thrusts or loiters or is loud, the beggar with the saucer in his hand asks only a penny from the passing crowd. So from this glittering world with all its fashion, its fire and play of men, its stir, its march, let me have wisdom, beauty, wisdom and passion, bread to the soul, rain where the summers parch. Give me but these, and though the darkness close, even the night will blossom as the rose. I very much like that. I especially like it up to the word embers. Let me know what you think of it. John Masefield, I think, is an underrated poet. Anyway, there we go. Sorry, if you come here for the Sudoku, please don't leave because of the poetry. Let's have a look at Coral Corridor. I'm just checking whether there's anything else I meant to mention. I don't know. Let's have a look at Coral Corridor by Sotehr. How do we solve this one? The instructions are as follows. We've got what looks like normal Sudoku rules applying. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column. Whoops, and every 3 by 3 box. Lost my army. Whoops. Then Renban lines. Solid pink lines contain an unordered set of consecutive digits without repeat. So if this digit was a 1, then we know this line, which is of length 5, would have to be the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But the order of them can be higgledy-piggledy, so we can have them. They don't have to be in order. They just have to be a consecutive set without repeats. Then we've got region sum lines. Hollow blue lines are divided by 3 by 3 box borders into segments with sums of equal value, beautifully expressed. So those two digits are summed to the same as those digits, etc. Then we've got black Kropki dots. So cells separated by a black dot have one digit double the other. So if this was a 2, this digit could be a 4 because 4 is double 2, or it could be a 1 because 2 is double 1. And then white dots, are they usual? Yeah. Cells separated by a white dot have consecutive digits. So if this was a 4, this would either be 5 or 3. They are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, it is a remarkable thing, I think, to construct a puzzle with this degree of symmetry. How long is that line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I can see something there. So those two digits have to be the same as those two digits in box 1, because you can't repeat a digit along a pink line. So whatever these two digits are, they can't go either in their own column by Sudoku or along the pink line they're already on. So they're going to be in those two digits in box 1, which means one of them is on this line I don't know then. I mean, a length 7 renban has to contain the digits. Well, it's either going to be 1 to 7, 2 to 8, or 3 to 9. They are the only possibilities. So so the digits missing, I'm going to just take out that for a moment. The digits missing hang on. No, I don't know if I can do it that way. Okay, now I'm going to change my mind again. Sorry. I've just noticed that string, those 2 digits, there's an extra region of the puzzle there. So the 7 digits on the renban obviously all have to be different, but these 2 digits see the entirety of this renban. So they again have to be different. So that green region I've drawn there is it's the same, or it's got the digits 1 to 9 once each in it. I suppose it's sort of, yeah, it's sort of the corollary of what we'd already said when we'd noticed that those were the same. But if I know that those digits are not on this renban, then they have to be. If the renban was 1 to 7, they would be actually the renban isn't 1 to 7. We can say that actually with certainty, because if the renban was 1 to 7, those digits would be 8 and 9, and that's impossible because they're adding up to a single digit total there and a single digit total there. So the renban is either 2. Oh, well, it can't be 2 to 8. It's the same problem. That would be a 1-9 pair, being the digits that are not on the renban, and then these would both be 10s. This is great. So actually the renban is 3 to 9. This is a 1-2 pair summing to 3, and I've got 2 digits straight away, and through. Oh no, it doesn't quite work. 3 in box 1 has to be on the renban because the digits 3 through 9 are on the renban. 3 has to be in one of those 3 cells in box 6. Oh, no. Okay, better, much better. Look at this renban. That hasn't got 3 on it at all. 3 can't go in those by Sudoku or in those by Sudoku. So this is a 5-cell renban which doesn't have 3 on it. Now it doesn't have 3 on it, so it also doesn't have 1 or 2 on it, because then it would need to have 3 because it's a sequence of 5 consecutive digits. So it's either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I dare pencil mark? I mean, I'm tempted. I wouldn't normally, but that feels like a deduction that's worth recording and memorializing, doesn't it? So that yellow line has to have 5, 6, 7, and 8 on it, and then it's got 4 or 9 as the sort of extreme digit. Has to have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, I see. And we know that digit is one of those 2 digits from what we did at the very start when we labelled those dominoes as having the same digits. Okay. So this sort of van-shaped region, or is that more like a bullet train? The bullet train down here, that does have to have 3 on it, because that's a length 7 renban as well. So that's, again, it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 3 would be over here, or the 3's always over there, because it's always got 3 on it, or it's 2 to 8, or it's 3 to 9. Now, how can we use that to our advantage? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think about the fact that there must be an awful lot of overlap between the green ren. In fact, we can probably lose the green shading there now. Actually, maybe no. Maybe I'll keep it in just to keep reminding me that that is a 3 to 9 renban. That can be 3, presumably on the black dot. That would be 6. We know there's a 6 in the yellow. No, I've got bogged down here, haven't I? Okay. Let's use the Star Wars vehicle. This thing, because there's a standard point there. Those 5 digits. What's the minimum they could sum to? Well, it's 15. If we filled these digits with the lowest possible, they would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these two digits have to sum to the same as those 5. So they have to add up to at least 15. So they are at least 6. You couldn't put 5 into these cells because the other digit would be at least a 10. Hang on. Now the black dot here, this digit is double this one. So this can't be odd 7 or 9 because this can't be 3.5 or 4.5 or 14 or 18. So this is 3 or 4. So this can't be 6 anymore, because if it was 6 plus 8 is only 14, and that's not enough to equal the minimum 15 that we're going to be putting on the right-hand side of the Star Wars ship. Now, that can't be 8. Because if that was 8, that would be 6, and that would be exactly the same problem. So that's weird. So this is odd. That's even. That digit. Nearly. Very nearly. That is a yellow digit. And we know that because it's 6 or 8. And we worked out that that yellow renban has the digits 6 and 8 on it, because it definitely has 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, where does that digit go on this renban? I don't know. It's there or there, look. Let's actually record that. I'll do it that way. So that digit is in one of those two positions. That digit might be on here. The only way this isn't on here is if it's 9. If it's 7, it is in those two as well. No, it could go there. That's absolute nonsense. Sorry. Basic Sudoku, they are not in the same row. Okay, let's change tack again then. This one is also a 5-cell sequence here versus a 2-cell sequence here. So this can't be 3. They have to be from 6, 7, 8, 9. There's an additional point. Oh, it's a similar point to here, actually. Those 2 digits, they have to find a home in box 9. Now, let's imagine this digit, we suddenly said, oh, it's there. We said these were the same. Is that possible? Well, it's not possible, because the mathematics of these 2 digits summing to those 5 digits would then suggest this digit was the sum of those 4 digits. But the minimum we can make 4 digits sum to in Sudoku is 10. So there's simply no way that this can equal the sum of those 4 digits. So the red digits in this box are not in their own column and not on their own line, just as they weren't here, but for a slightly different reason. So they are those 2 cells, which means these are from 6, 7, 8, 9, one of which is on a... Oh, hang on. Right, we've got an... hang on. Right, we've got another funny region sum line here, where that digit is the same as that digit is the same as that digit by the region sum logic. Oh, so right. So what we should do, let's change tack slightly. Let's use orange and red and make this one, we'll make that one orange. So what I'm saying now is that this red and orange digit have to be there, but the red digit specifically is in 3 more positions along this region sum line. Now, what, if anything, does... So the red... hang on. Right, look, got it. The red digit, then, isn't on the bullet train. It simply can't go on it, but that's a 7-cell Renban. So we know the only digits you can miss off a 7-cell Renban are 1s, 2s, 8s and 9s, because the 7-cell sequence is either 1 to 7, 2 to 8 or 3 to 9. So you can't miss 6 and 7 off it. So this has to be an 8 or a 9. Now, what does that mean? I don't know yet. Hang on, I'm sure this means something. I think it means something for that domino. If this is 8, that has to be a 6-9 pair, because it must add to 15 at least. If that's 9, it has to be a 7-8 pair. That's actually not what I was going to say. When I was thinking about it, all I was thinking was that there had to be an 8 or a 9 in here. So I was going to take 8 and a 9 out of this cell, but I think that's true. But actually, it's a stronger restriction. Whatever this is, that seems to always add to 15. I'm just going to check that again. If that's 9, that's 7. Can't partner 7 with 6. It won't add to at least 15, so it would be a 7-8 pair. And if this is 8, that top digit is 6, so that has to be 9 to get us to 15. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The extra digits here are therefore 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that definitely isn't 8 or 9. Because there is an 8 or a 9 in this domino. This can't be 5 because it's on a black dot. And I don't know what that means. That's not... I was about to say that can't be 3 because that would be a 3, but that was assuming that thing was a region sum line, which it's not. That is a Renban, 4-cell Renban that doesn't have... Okay, it doesn't have the red digit on it. So it doesn't have... If this was 9, it doesn't have 9 on it. If this was 8, it doesn't have 9 on it still, because then it would need to have 8 on it. So there's no 9 on that. Wow, there's some point here, isn't there, about this line? I'm not... Or is it that line? Given I've got all of these 1s, 2s, 3s, what's that digit? It can't be... no, that doesn't do anything. I don't think it's worth pencil marking this. I think this digit here can be 1, 2, 4, 6 or 8, which is a ludicrous cornucopia of digits. I think it's this digit, this red thing. Oh, that's not a red thing. Hang on, that's a good point. So that's the red thing. Right. So this digit is... Ooh. Okay, I don't know then. It's in one of those two. It's nearly... it's nearly... Well, it's either nearly... Oh, well, hang on. If that was red, if the red was in this position here, then red by Sudoku couldn't go on this. So that would force red to be 9, because we know that this has 8 on it. So if this was 8, that wouldn't work, because that would be knocking 8 off the yellow line, which we know, and we know 8 is on the yellow line. But if this was red... Oh, then all bets are off. That's absolutely fine. Ah, bother. Okay. This 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's weird. Right. Oh, that's truly peculiar. Okay. How should I do this? Look at those digits. We'll just call those grey for a moment. Those 4 grey digits are all at least 3. So we know that they have to appear on this renban over on the left-hand side, because this renban is a 3 to 9 renban, so it's got all those digits on it. Where do those digits go on the green renban? Well, they're not in those 3, so they must be the other 4 digits. So those digits are... That's going to do something. I just have to work out what. Let me think about this. So if that was 3, one of those would be 3. Well, this digit has to be a black dot digit from 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9. And the only ones are 3, 4, 6, 8. So that is 3, 4, 6, or 8. It's not 6, because that would put a 3 into this position. So if this is 8, this is 4. If this is 4, it's 2 or 8. And if it's 3, it's 6. Okay, that's even. We've just deduced. That is an even digit. If that's 3... 3 is there. These would both be high. Because if this is 3, these grey digits have to appear in those cells and that one. Well, or one of those two. So these would definitely be high, and they would be the same as those, which would be definitely high. Oh, it's fascinating, actually. It's fascinating, but I can't do it, which is not a good thing. The red and orange digits have to find a home in this box, so they are in those cells. So one of them, exactly one of them, is over here. So if that was the red digit, one of those would be the red digit. I don't know, that seems possible. Oh, bobbins, I don't know how to do this. I mean, I think it could be this line, which I've shied away from because it felt very difficult to understand. What's the maximum this could add up to? 17. So we know this line adds up to 15, 16, or 17. So it must have 1, 2, and 3 on it. Because if it didn't have, let's say it didn't have 3 on it, the minimum total it would have as Maverick flies over would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, which is 18. So it's got 1, 2, and 3 on it. Now, that means these 2 digits are not that sounds like there's some sort of combine harvester thing going on out there. These two are not 1, 2, or 3. That's not 3, but 3 could still go on the line here. You can't put, okay, you can't put 1. I know it's a tiny deduction, but you can't put 1 on that line. Because if you did, it would need to have 2 and 3. So where would you put, if there was 1, 2, and 3, given these can be none of those digits, 1, 2, and 3 would have to be in those 2 cells, which doesn't work. There is an enormous amount of noise outside my window. Sorry if you can hear that on the microphone. So this line now, because we know it doesn't have the red digit, we don't know what the red digit is, but it's 8 or 9. Let's assume it's 9, because that restricts this line by the least. We now know this line here, let's give it its own colour, lime green. That doesn't have 1 on it, and it doesn't have 9 on it. So it is selected from the 7 digits, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it does have 5 on it now. It must do. Because if you pick the lowest digit that can go on it, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you pick the highest digit that can go on it, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5. So it does have 5 on it. But I don't think... I mean, the 5, if the 5 was here, then this line would add up to at least 16, and that would mean these included a 9. If... Wow, I don't know. It's tricky. It's really tricky. Oh, or maybe you can do something. If red is 8, that would fix the nature of the bullet train. Because it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would we care? Maybe we wouldn't care about that. Maybe that's fine. Oh, here's a weird question. Where are 1 and 2 in row 1? I've got a 1, 2 pair here, so they can't be there. They're going to have to be there. Whoops. That's done absolutely nothing. Oh dear. Oh, where's 5 in the top row then? One of those 3 cells. So 5 is not there. Now, that... Okay, here is a truly bizarre point. This digit is not a 4. This is a very strange point. I think it's true. If this digit was 4, then we know, because we know these two are the same as these two from that logic we did at the start, one of these would be a 4. So this would be a 4, wouldn't it? Which means the rest of the grey digits are all high digits, which means this digit, which is one of those digits, is an 8. But that would put a 4 beneath it on the black dot. So there would be a 4 here and a 4 here if this was a 4. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, does that logic also apply to this cell then? Surely it does. Because what we'd be saying is if no, it doesn't. Oh, maybe it does by yeah, no, it does, but okay. This digit was restricted by the yellow line. This digit is not restricted by the yellow line, so it has completely free ability to be anything. But if we actually do pencil mark it, it is not 1 or 2 or 3 or 5. So it is 4, 6, 7, 8 or 9, which means I can then run that same logic on this cell. If this digit was 4, 4 would be in one of these because these two are the same as these, which means the grey digit that has to go here now can't be 4 anymore, or 3. It's going to be one of those big digits, which seems to have to be 8, so this would be 4, and we get the repeated 4 problem. So this digit is also high. It is 6, which means these digits are now 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is nearly doing things. So that digit now, which is the small grey digit, is in one of those two cells. It's probably on the dot. Whatever this is, red is still not in there. What? Oh, where's... No, nearly. I was thinking about where 1 and 2 were in row 4, but that can be 2. 1 could go there, there, or there, actually. No, okay, it's not the right question. Okay. Oh dear, I don't know what to do. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I bet you. No, I can do. Okay. It's the green line. It's this one, isn't it? I've just seen something anyway. There are definitely options that don't work for this sum. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, but you have to, in order to see this, we've got to put together quite a few different points. I'm going to start by claiming I don't think this can be... Yeah, I'm going to start by claiming it's not a 7-8 pair. That's what I'm going to start off by claiming. And the reason it's not a 7-8 pair is that if it was, it's obviously adding to 15, which means these cells on the region sum are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if this is 7-8, this is 7-8, and this on the Renban is 6-9. Now, what are we going to have to put on a 6-9 Renban to make sure it's got a consecutive sequence? It's going to need 7 and 8 on it, which one of those is going to have to be there. But that's meant to be a 7-8 pair. That's how we started this exercise. So this is not 7-8. Now, because we know it adds to at least 15 then, it's now got a 9 on it. Because if it's the only way of adding to 15 at least without a 9 is if it's 7-8. So there is a 9, so there is a 9 here. So there is not a 9 here. But I think there's going to be a problem if we go 9-6 here. 9-6 is 15 again, so these would now be 7-8. In fact, we worked out, didn't we, there had to be 5 on this, so these would have to be 5-6 now. Now, okay, so this... Oh, this is quite confusing. Let me just think this. Oh, no. Oh, it's much simpler. Right, hang on, let's just get rid of this nonsense. It's total nonsense. Right. I hadn't spotted this at all. But here is a very easy way. Where is that digit in box 9? And the answer is I have not got a clue. But this digit is a 6, 7, or 8. Now, it can't be on the Renban, and it's not equal to these two digits, which are equal to those two digits. So that specific digit is in one of those cells. Now, therefore, the sum of these cells is not 15. Because we're adding at least 1, 2, 3, and 4 to this digit. In fact, that digit now can't be an 8, because 18 is an impossible total for that B pentomino. We can't make these two add up to 18. So this is 6 or 7. We can take 6 out of here now because it's not a valid total. We know that this adds up to at least 16. And it can't add up to 16, can it? If it adds up to 16, I'm not sure. I don't think it works, but I'm not actually sure. If it adds up to 16, it is a 7-9 pair. And these digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, which means because this is a 7-9 pair, these two digits are a 5-8 pair. Which means that these two digits have to be a 6-7 pair. Now, that's impossible. I mean, it's very difficult to see this, but it is impossible because you can't put 7 into either of those positions. But that's partly a feature of this. You've got to put it all together in your brain to figure this out. So let's do it slowly. Actually, let's do it slowly. What I'm saying is, if this is 9, 7, you can see the order from here is going to be red is 9, orange is 7. So we're in this world, and because of the maths of this is 5, 8. So these have to be 6, 7. To make a consecutive sequence. So one of them has to be 7, and the only one that can be is this one. And now that domino is impossible to fill. It cannot add up to 15. Complicated. Very complicated, but rather pretty. And I think this is going to be very useful because I have now worked out that the only possible total for this domino is 17, actually. Which means we can... well, what does that mean? I'm not sure. It means something. That's now not 8 or 9. Oh, yeah, okay. So those are an 8-9 pair. That's 6, 7. So I don't know. I still don't think I know what this digit is. I was thinking that was going to give me the black dot digit, but I'm not sure it does. Now, I mean, it's true to say there's an orange digit on here now, because there must be an 8 or a 9 on it. So the orange one has to be up here. I mean, let's make a note of that in case it's important. If I knew that was orange, I know orange was 8. But if that's orange and that's 9, that's hang on. Is this always? That's really weird. That's a weird point. I'm not sure I'm totally comfortable with it, but what I'm noting is if this is orange, then because I know orange has to appear on here, it has to be that digit. So the digit in common would be 8. But if, on the other hand, this is orange, then this is red. Oh, no. Okay, no. It didn't work. What I was doing before didn't work. So ignore me. Because I don't know where red is. Or do I? Red would be in there. Red would be up here. Oh, I don't know. No, I still don't know. Sorry. Okay, should we go back to this Renban then? Can we do more? Now we know these add up to 17. And we know that those add up to 17. So by the secret, something I share with only my very favourite people, but of course if you're watching this video, you're one of my favourite people. The secret of Sudoku is that the entirety of this box here, but by the rules of Sudoku, contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. That's what the rules of Sudoku tell us. And the numbers 1 to 9, if you sum them, you get 45. That's the secret. So if they add up to 17 and they add up to 17, that's 34. Those add up to 11. And they don't involve 9, 2 or 3, 8. So they are either 4, 7 or 5, 6. Now, if they were 4, 7, these would be 5, 6. I'm desperately trying to work out if that's possible. If these were 5, 6, on the other hand, then that would be 7. 4 and 7 would be on this sequence. I don't know. It's obviously, I think it's much more productive if this is 4, 7, because it forces the value of those. Oh, maybe we can prove 3 isn't here. Because if this is 5, 6, if you want to put 3 there, you have to put 4 here. And that would make that a 3. Oh, golly, I don't know, actually. And that, okay, that digit might have to appear on here as well. I hadn't thought of that, but if that's 4, it would have to appear on the yellow line. No, it would. No, it wouldn't. We don't know. That line 4. It could have 4 on it. Doesn't need to, because we just know it's got 5, 6, 7, 8 on it, don't we? Okay, sorry about this. I know this is 8, 7 or 6, 9. So if that's 8, 7, those are 8, 7. No, that's not true, because that could be... Oh, dear. It's tricky. This isn't actually that straightforward, I don't think. I really don't want to pencil mark these. Oh, I suppose what we might be able to say... Is it worth pencil marking these just from the perspective of, even if that was 5, 6, you certainly can't put 1s and 2s on this green line. That just won't work. But maybe you could have, if it's 4, 7, 5, 6, could it be 7, 8? Is that really possible? If that was 5, 6, and that was 7, no, because that can't be 7 or 8. Yeah, I still think it's this line. I think this line is under more pressure than one realizes. 7, 6, 9. But having said all that, actually pencil marking this line. Okay, one option is this is 4, 7, which does make that 5, 6. That's very clear. If this is 5, 6, on the other hand, it could perhaps be 3 here and 4 here. That might be an option. That's the lowest it can go. And if it's 5, 6 here and we don't put 3 here, we could we do 4, 7 into those two cells? Um, 5, 6. If this is 4, 7 somehow, does that work? Maybe. I can't see why not, so I'm going to have to go with that. If it's 5, 6 and it's not 4, 7, is it 7, 8 into those cells? Well, the only way that works is if this can be 8, and that is impossible, because then this would be 9 and you couldn't make those add up to 15. So I think... So that digit is 4, 5, 6 or 7 and has to appear in the yellow line. That digit, we don't know. That's not 8 or 9 now. Because of this 8, 9, or this 8, 9 if we prefer. Or is it something to do? Do I now know where red is? I don't know. This is so confusing. It's really quite tricky to know exactly how to work this out. I don't know how to do it. I know that makes me a bit of a wally pot, but how? Where do we think the pressure's coming from? I know those two are the same as those two, so they go down there somewhere. But that doesn't preclude this being a 3, at least I don't think it does. I know that's even. But again, that doesn't seem to be quite enough to get us to understand what's going on. If this was 5, 6, that would be 7. I know that, that can't be 3, can it? Yeah, maybe this is a digit we could focus on. If this is 3, this is 6, which would make this 7, and those would have to be 4 and 5, which is impossible. That's going to push this line up too high. So that is not 3, that is 1, 2, or 4, which means this digit is 1, 2, 4, or, you've guessed it, 8. It's not 8. There's a 2 on. I mean, how are you meant to see that? Because 3 isn't on this, it's from the 1, 2, 4, 8 family, but it's not got 8 on it either, so it's now from the 1, 2, 4 family, which means it does have 2 on it. So it's either a 1, 2 pair, or it's a 2, 4 pair in some order. Now, does that help us? You sort of think it might, but then it doesn't seem to want to. Oh dear. So now Maverick's flying over. There's a combine harvester outside my window, and I'm trying to keep my thoughts straight, and it is very hard to do. So one of those digits might be that one, but we don't know. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh no, I was hoping maybe there would be some reason, because what I have never thought about is that those two digits have to sum to this 8 or 9. Now if this is 9 then, could that be 4, 5? That would be 6, 7. No, that would push this up too high. Hang on. So if this is 9, this is either 1, 8, which it couldn't be, because this would be 8. Oh, this is interesting. Right, hang on. So what I'm thinking about is this domino and how it sums. If this is 9, this can't be 3, 6, and it can't be 4, 5, because that would break this and this. So it has to be, and it couldn't be 1, 8, so it has to be 2, 7, if this is 9. If it's 8, it can't be 3, 5, so again it's got to have 1 or 2 on it, so it's either 1, 7 or 2, 6. Now, so can we do something with that? So orange in this box is now in one of those 3 cells. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. Yeah, nearly. It feels like something might be trying to go on with 1, 2, and 3 in column 6, doesn't it? In fact, if that was a 4, where would you put 1, 2, and 3? They'd have to go in those 3 cells. That feels like it's quite unlikely. So if that's 4, that would be 8, that would be 7, that would be 9, that would be 9, that would be 9. They would be 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Again, it's very tricky, this. If that's 3, and 3 is either this is a 3-6 pair. Oh, it can. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, here's a really beautiful point that I hadn't appreciated. This digit sees the whole. Oh, that's obvious as well. Oh, I didn't see that at all. It's lovely. It's lovely. Very, very nice. This can never be 6. So this can never be 3. And the reason is this digit sees that grey quadruple. It sees every one of the digits. It sees those 2 in its column, those 2 in its box. And we now know that grey includes a 6. So that cannot be a 6. In fact, neither can this digit, because that's all that digit. So these cannot include the digits 6 and 7. I mean, I don't really know how to do the pencil mark there. But those 3 digits can't include a grey digit at all. So this is not a 3, I suppose is the correct. So that is 4 or 8. So there is now definitely a 4 on this black dot, because it's either a 2-4 or a 4-8 pair. So there's some complicated creature here, isn't there? There really is. Okay. So that I am trying. I know it probably doesn't look like I am, but I really am trying to understand this. If this is 8, it's a grey 8, which means this is 8. And is that okay or not? Because it means that this is 9, so this is 7 and this is 8. So if this is 8, that's 8, so that's 4. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, that's very complicated, but it doesn't work. Right. This is another very peculiar interaction. I'm going to show you this because I think it's going to be easier. But the point is that we get a problem domino here. If we get an 8 here, we now know 8 is a grey digit. Well, where do we put it in grey then? We've got to put it here. So this is 9. We now know this is a 7-8 pair because it has to add to 15 and it doesn't use 9. So this is 7 and this is 8. Now what's this digit then? This is 4 across this black dot. And therefore, 4 has to be a grey digit, which is going to have to go there. But we said 4 was on the black dot here. So it doesn't work. I mean, the complexity in some of these interactions is extraordinary, but now I've got a digit, and that is a big digit as well. I'll tell you why in a moment. But 4 as a grey, where are we putting it? It's got to go here. And why is that exciting? It's making that an 8, which means that this, which we know adds up to 15, is now 7. And red is 9, which actually, red being 9 is probably not what we wanted, but it's true. So orange is the 8, so this is not the orange digit. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, okay, that's fine. So we know that 8 now is, we've always known 8's appearing on the yellow Renban, and we now know where it is actually. It's got to be there. It's the only place that 8 can go. So that's an orange digit. That's not a red digit then if it's orange, is it? Let me just double check that, because this is a big point. That digit, which was 6 or 8, is on the yellow, so it was in one of those. Once it's 8, it can't go here, so it has to go here by Sudoku. Now, red has to go there now by Sudoku, so there is no 9 on this sequence. So this sequence is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have the 8. Now 9 is in one of those two cells by Sudoku. This is not a 7 by Sudoku. That's not a 7 by Sudoku. That's not A anymore, so let's take that out. This isn't 7 anymore. And neither of these is 4. So they are 5, 6, which takes 6 out of here. Oh, well, we need these to add up to 9, so they are 2, 7. So this isn't 7. And those two digits are 1 and something. 1 and 4. We can put 4 in the middle of the puzzle, which is a very strange thing. And now 2 and 3 have to go into column 6. And presumably we can do some other mischiefs here. This is not 8, 9 now. This is not 9. So that is 2 or... Oh, it's not 8 anymore. So that's now a 2. So this isn't a 2. Didn't we work? We did. We worked out there was a 2 on that black dot earlier. I remember doing that. So now we get 2. We get 1 by Sudoku of all things. That fair-weathered friend. Now I have a 5, 6 pair on my yellow line, which means this has to be 7 because you can't repeat a digit. And then that has to be 4, which makes this a 1. So 7 is definitely in this domino now by the grey logic that we started with, where we made those two have to have the same digits. This can't include 9, so that is 6 or 8. How is it not possible to resolve those two? That's weird. And in row 4 now, this digit's 5, 6 or 7. Oh, this is lovely. This being 5 or 6. Do you remember those added up to 11? They were either 5, 6 or 4, 7. Well, they're not 5, 6 now, so they've got to be 4, 7. Which means this is also 5, 6 to make the line be a continuous sequence. And now 3 has to go there, which means this digit is 2 or 4 by consecutiveness. So it's now 2. So we can take 2, look, out of a few places. In this box, we can take 3. 3. Oh, look, 3 is in this domino. So that fixes the 3, fixes the 2. 2 is placed on the bullet train. So if we know it's got 2 on it, we know this 7-cell Renban is not... It's not got 9. Oh, we already knew it didn't have 9 on it. Bother. Do we know whether it's got 1 on it? It's got to have 1 or 8. Don't know. Okay. Now. Okay, let's try this row. We should be able to limit this white dot cell, I think, because we've got 6 digits placed in row 6. The digits we're missing are 4, 5, and 6. So these are from 4, 5, and 6. Now, can we do more than that? That's weird, but maybe not. Can that be 6? That would be 7, 8. This would have to be 5. It can be 5, probably. Bother. Okay, neither of those can be 4. These digits are 1, 3, 5, 6, aren't they? To complete this 17 line here. That's just Sudoku. That's nothing intelligent at all. 3. I worked out right at the beginning that 3 was on the bullet train, so that is a 3-4 pair. It's nearly good. That's nearly good, but it just still doesn't do it. Where's 8 in column 4? The answer is very important. It's on this dot where it can't accompany a 9. So that is a 7-8 pair, which means this is 2, this is 7, this is 2, whoops, this is 1. Now in this column we need 4, 5 and 6 again. So that is not, well, it's not 4. So, oh, I see. So 4's been placed in column 4 for ages. 4 and 7 go in. It's an extraordinary puzzle. It really is. It's got a lot. It doesn't solve in quite the way that a lot of these puzzles seem to. I've really had to work at the digits here in a very unusual way. 1, 5, 6 here. How long have I had? I've had well over an hour. I'm not surprised. Okay, 7 is in one of those two. So, I think we've always known 7 was on the bullet train, but it definitely is. It's either there or there. It's not possible. Okay, here's a weird point. These 2 digits have to appear, if they're not 1, and one of them definitely isn't 1, they have to appear on the bullet train. Where do they go? Well, they have to go there, don't they? Because they can't go in their own row and they're not equal to 3 or 4. So imagine they were a 5, 6 pair, which would have to go on the bullet train because the bullet train's definitely got 5 and 6 on it. They'd both have to go in that cell. So one of those is a 1, and that has to be a 5 or a 6, and 1 is therefore not on, because whichever one of these is 5 or 6 can only go there on the bullet train, and 1 is in one of those two and can't go in those anymore. So it's got to have 8 on it, and 8 is in one of those 3. And this is 1, 5 or 6. Oh, that's lovely. Right. This is 1, 5 or 6. So if it was 5 or 6, it would be meant to be on the bullet train. It couldn't go anywhere on it. So that's got to be a 1. And that's fire. That doesn't tell us. Okay, but that's a 1 by Sudoku now. 1, 1. So 1's got to go here. Oh, that's probably been available for ages. Sorry. 2. I can place in that box. Where is 7? Oh, that's been available forever as well. Okay, there's quite a lot of Sudoku I probably ought to have been doing and have failed to do. But I'm having fun. Now, okay, so this is 5, 6 or 7. Eight is definitely in that domino in box 4. How can I not know what this is? It seems very, very strange to me. How can I not know the order of those as well? That seems very strange as well. What about 9? It's in one of those 2 cells in row 9. 2, 3, 4 can be placed exactly there. Right, so it must be to do with this cell, which by Sudoku is 5 or 8. Oh, I don't know then. That's distressing. It's 5 or 8. And this line does have 9 on it, doesn't it? But we just don't know where. It's in one of those 3 positions. I've got a 3-5 pair on this region sum line, so that's a 1 and that's a 4. That might do something. This 4, oh no, how can that not do anything? That's incredible. 3, 5, 6, 9. So this digit is 3, 5, 6, or 9. But it has to have some symmetry with these digits, so it can't be 5 actually. 3, 6, or 9. Oh, it can't be 3. How can it be 3? 3 isn't a grey digit. So it's 6 or 9. Okay, don't know how to do that. There is, no there isn't. Oh yes there is. There is a 1, 3, 5, 6 quadruple in the bottom row. So these digits are from 7. Whoopsie, that's all gone crazily wrong. These digits here are from 7, 8, and 9. Now, we know there's a 7 in there, so we know this is not a 7. Does that do it for us? I don't know. Oh, I tell you what we might want to consider doing. Maybe we have to colour those 5s and oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Right, I'm going to lose some colours from the grid. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try colouring. I'm going to try colouring. I can get rid of the red. I'm going to keep the grey, but I'm going to try colouring the 5s and 6s against each other because I've got quite a few of those. So that, let's do it in greens. That's now got to be green. That's now got to be, oh, is this not going to work? Oh, that would be a shame. That's got to be dark green. Oh, maybe this doesn't work. Oh, no, it does. It does. Where's lime green in this box? It's got to be there now. So this has become a 7, which gives me a 7 here. That definitely did. It definitely worked a bit. Gave me something. So this digit is 5. That's lime green. I've just seen by the fact it's not dark green. And this is 5, 6, or 8 by Sudoku. Now, can we get further than that? Where's lime green in box? In this box? I don't know, but it seems to be in one of those 2 cells because it's not in those, and it is 5 or 6. And that means that lime green is there exactly in box. And that means 3 in this box is now placed. It's got to be here. So that is 3, that is 5, that is 3, that's 3, that's 9, that's 9, that's 8, that's 6. That's now 9. Now we needed a 6 in grey, so that's become 6. So lime green is 5 now. I don't know if that was necessary, but it might have been. That's now 8. Now this is good. This is still going. 5, 6, 5. Whoops, 5, 1. I do need to put a 6 on the bullet train, and now it seems to have to go here. So that's 7, 7, 8, 9, 8. Yeah, this. If I haven't made an error, this has done it, hasn't it? A little bit of colouring at the end has been incredibly kind to us. And we could get a 3 in. We're going to get a 3 in the corner. Yeah, 5, 3. 5. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Yes. Brilliant puzzle. Wow. That was tricky. That was very, very interesting. A lot going on in that one. Let's just tidy up. Oopsie, I was going to try and tidy up my colouring just to make it feel like we were right on top of things. So 6s, they were going to be dark green, 5s were going to be light green, and that 6 needs to be like that. And then all is well with the world. Beautiful puzzle, Sotehr. Very, very clever. Astonishing setup, frankly, to be completely symmetrical. And to have a very interesting solve path. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.